Thanks, Vrinda. Yeah, I just joined.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever part of the world you're joining today from. Welcome to Sattvic Toastmasters for Healthy Living. Today is a history in creation. Why? Because it's the 99th years after the first Toastmaster meeting that was conducted exactly 99 years before. Let's have a big round of applause for the Toastmaster historical event. Sattvic Toastmaster was started with the motto to help people to overcome their fear of public speaking, at the same time helping people to see the benefits of healthy living with the alternative medicines, with the alternative to medicine, with just you improving your health and with lifestyle changes. We'll talk more in different aspects of meeting, maybe in future too. We have sessions that happens at least once in a month where we'll be helping people to see beyond the medicine. But right now, today, we have one wonderful session, a wonderful Toastmasters who is going to talk about how we can overcome our struggles and be a better person. But before that, let me invite our craziest and funniest president of presiding officer for today, distinguished Toastmaster Prabodh.
District officers, distinguished Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the day, fellow and future Toastmasters. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I really love the way Ratu introduced me as the funniest and craziest president of the club. I really didn't get the fun out of it, but yes, this is a special club because this club's objectives are different from other clubs which you may see anywhere in the world. Here, the intention is to provide a healthy way of life to everybody. We do have keynotes every month. We do have experts from different fields coming here, sharing their knowledge with Toastmasters community. So that's how we want to give something back to the fraternity, and we are happy that the club is doing good. And today's topic is struggles and triumph. How to conquer your struggles and raise above the struggles and triumph and celebrate the life. Before moving to that, we have a very special person among us. His first experience with Toastmasters started in the year 2009 when he came to contact with Toastmasters for the first time. That incident actually changed his worldview and it broadened. And he wanted to know more and more about Toastmasters and he joined. Since then, he looks for any moment for fun and engagement. He's a member of Stagecoach Hyderabad Toastmasters, which is part of District 126, and Roseburg Speakers and Storytellers Toastmasters Club, which is part of District 7. With a huge round of applause, let me welcome the Area Director for Area G2, District 126, Toastmaster Ravi Shankar. Ravi, now you may address the club. This is your first visit as AD. It's an official visit, AD's visit. Please welcome our Area Director for his welcome address.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Presiding Officer Pramod. Very warm good morning to everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. I feel wonderful being able to join Sattvic Toastmasters Club. I've been looking forward to attending the meeting. It's really nice to see people from all across the world, from different time zones and different experiences. As Pramod said, the very first time I attended a Toastmasters meeting, I had an experience which expanded my perspectives, and that's what I'm here for as well. And I'm looking for experiences that help me become and live a much more healthier life. And I think no better forum to do that than with people, like-minded people such as all of you, as part of Sattvic Toastmasters for Healthy Living. Really excited to see all of you and looking forward to having an engaging meeting, not just today. I'll start attending it a little more regularly from now. Thank you very much once again. Back to you, Toastmaster Pramod.
Thank you, Area Director Ravi Shankar, for that wonderful, short, brief, and sweet address. Now let's go back to our struggles. Yes, it's not struggles, it's triumphs. I know the person who has taken the responsibility of playing the role of TMOD for today with a beautiful theme from last year onwards. No, for this year, January onwards. I have seen him raising his bar from a speechcraft participant to a Toastmaster of the day today. I'm sure that all of you in this room must have gone through some kind of struggles at any point of your time. But you increase your self-respect, you increase your value, your confidence, and your vigor by conquering all those struggles. Today, I'm sure that the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shahid Sheikh, a software professional from Hyderabad, would be taking us through this wonderful theme. And we are all eager to wait. Many people from different parts of the world, like people, they have joined in their respective time zones, which is 3:30 in the morning. That shows how curious they are, interested in knowing about your struggles. With a huge round of applause, let me welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shahid Sheikh. The stage is yours, Shahid.
Yeah, thank you, Pramod. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. From whichever part of the glorious world you have joined, welcome to the Toastmasters, Sattvic Toastmasters Club for the Healthy Living. Today, our theme is conquering struggles and celebrating the triumph. Let me start with a famous quotation. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. Whatever may be the situation, you should not stop. You should keep on moving. This quotation reminds us how much efforts or struggles we should have to put in accomplishing our goals or completing the tasks. Currently, in India and all over the world, it's a festive season of Dasara. So Dasara is a Sanskrit word. I have found two meanings for that. The first one is removing the 10 bad habits, bad qualities from us. And Dasara is made from the two words Dasahara, means killing of the evil. And it is the triumph over the evil. It is celebrated for the two occasions. The one where victory of Rama over the demon, 10-headed demon Ravana, for kidnapping Rama's wife. And the other most one, the goddess Durga, who saved the whole world from the demon of Mahishasura. Not only in the Hindu religion, in all the religions, there is a struggle. And after that struggle, there is a triumph, the success. Even in the Islam and in the Christianity, if you see the prophets, how much the struggle they have faced and how they have conquered and what is the ultimate results we have got. We will be doing many things day in and day out. Let's consider if you have small things, if you are doing any things new, today it will be tough, tomorrow it will be more tough, but remember, day after tomorrow it will be easy. But till it becomes easy, we should give our efforts. There is also one good thing, like if there is no struggle, there is no progress. We should struggle. So how many of you agree with me that If there is no struggle, there is no progress. You can raise your hand or you can clap or something. Yes, correct. Everyone agree with it. No one can't deny it. If you don't have struggle, you could not enjoy the success. Let me give you just small example. Let's say we have worked for 1 hour physically, let's say in the garden or somewhere. After 1 hour, if you have one glass of water, how comfortable you feel and how will enjoy that having that water. Means you did some struggle, and after that you are having that water, that gives like a pleasure to you. You can observe the difference between having a water in the normal time and after doing some struggle. So like that, there will be some difficulties will be coming to our life. We should conquer those. Then only our life will be so beautiful. So there is a small tale related to this. And after that, I will just share my own experience also. And then I will take the fellow members' struggle stories as well. The tale goes like this. Once there was a bunch of frogs, tiny frogs. There is a competition happening in between them. And the goal of the competition is to reach the top point of the tower in that city. It's a very tall tower. So these tiny frogs has to reach the top of that one. So as these are the very tiny, and the news goes into the city and everyone were excited to see how this will happen. So the day comes and everyone gathered and they are cheering up and the competition started. These tiny frogs started moving and climbing that tower. One after the other, they are moving, and few are flipping down and few are going ahead. And which are having, those are having the good enthusiasm, they are moving very fast. But after, when the competition was going on, you may not believe, like from the crowd, everyone saying like, these are very tiny frogs. They could not do it. Oh, how it will be. It is very difficult. Like that, there are so many things. They are yelling. They keep on telling, and the competition is going on. Few frogs were moving higher and higher. And the crowd is keep on yelling. But one frog is there, which is giving its 100%. And finally, it reached to the zenith, the top point of that. And out of the curiosity, so one of the contestant asked, how could you make it? How much the struggle and how, and the crowd is saying like, it is difficult and we could not do it. And the result come to know that the winner of that winner frog is a deaf. He put all his struggles and he reached to the zenith. So difficulties will come. So we also have to move in our life and reach to our goals or top position, whichever is suitable for us. So this is the tale which I'm willing to share. And coming to my personal own experience, from the childhood till the professional life, faced different struggles as a natural human being. So during the education, I have one struggle that I will just share. So that is my undergraduation. I've just completed my undergraduation and I need to write a competitive exam for the post-graduation. And I have given my attempt and I have got 10,000 rank. With that rank, I will get the seat, but not in my locality. It will be far from my home. And I have to stay there. And that college will not be the top graded college because of my rank. So many ifs and buts, and mainly the financial condition where I could not afford and go there. So I decided to drop. From after undergraduation, I decided to drop and I have joined one job for a data entry job, and I was doing for a minimal salary, and the days were keep on going, but still doing the post graduation is still in my mind and heart. I was, and I have those books which I have attended for the competitive exam last time. So whenever I get the free time, I was just opening those books and trying myself and doing it on my own out of my interest, even though whether I will attend it or not, that is also not sure. So the days are keep on going, and I'm about to reach to that exam. There are 3-4 months within the 3-4 months. So I have convinced my parents, and I've decided to write the exam once again. 2 months before, I've just left my job, current working job, and then I moved to city, which is called Vijayawada, near to my hometown. So this is the first time I'm going from home. So this is a very personal struggle I faced, getting detached from the family and staying alone in the room and making the things on my own and sleeping alone. These are all the struggles. Even though those might be silly for right now, but at that time, those struggles were very difficult to overcome. But somehow I've overcome and to reach that goal. And I have, for 2 months, I've struggled with all these things, and I have prepared myself with the help of one sir. And then finally, I have received, this time I got 1200 rank. So this is a very good rank to get a college near to my home. And I have got a seat in that college, and finally I am in my post graduation. So this is the one of the struggles I have faced. So like this, everyone might have faced our struggles. So I would like anyone to share their struggle so that it will give us some lesson in the coming days also. So can anyone share your struggle? Or I will say, I will ask Raghu, as ours is a Sattvic Toastmaster club, which is aligned to a healthy lifestyle. Recently, he has posted his reports where he has reversed all completely the diabetes. So what are the struggles he have faced? Why? Because diabetes in nowadays, it's a very big demon. No one able to overcome it, but Raghu had made it. So we would like to hear from you, Raghu.
I think the struggle is everywhere in every walk of life. It all depends upon whether you're taking care or not. Last year, when I had the reports in my hand, I just remembered the horrible deaths of my 3 uncles. And I could see my 2 sons, their future and my future. Then I decided you cannot decide how you are born, but you can decide how you will die. And I didn't want to die on the bed with such suffering. So I wanted to make a difference, and I started struggling with the changing my diet, changing my lifestyle, changing my time. And there was time. I used to sleep by 2 or 4 a.m. and now I wake up by 4 a.m. That's the difference. And there are several changes that I made in my lifestyle, how I eat, how I sleep, and many other things. And guess what? It has helped me in several forms. It, it's a different 360 degrees life change, and that has helped me a lot and also set an example in my family, outside my family, across the world, with the people I interact with. There's more to talk about it, but it's not the platform now. Maybe probably as a Toastmaster in the future. But for now, I'll get back to you and I'll just to go with the next proceedings, the speeches for today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Raghu. Thank you for sharing your experience. Shall we take anyone with their struggle story, or shall we go on with the role players, Raghu?
Speakers today have their own struggles to talk with, so probably we'll go with that.
Okay. So I'll go with the introduction of the role players. Is that fine, Raghu?
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, today we have our tag team, and our we should respect everyone's time. Then only others will respect our time. So today, timer of the day, Toastmaster Arav. Toastmaster Arav, can you please explain your role?
Sure. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Very good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone. As the timer for today's Toastmasters meeting with the theme From Struggles to Triumph, my role is to keep our meeting on track. Just as our speakers will share their journeys of overcoming obstacles, I'll be here to ensure that they conquer time as well. I'll use green, yellow, and red signals to help us speakers stay within their allotted time. I'll show green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red signal, which means your time is up, at 7 minutes. You'll get a grace period of 30 seconds at the end. For the impromptu speeches, you'll get 1 to 2 minutes. I'll show green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. Again, a grace period of 30 seconds will be given. For the evaluation, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. I'll be giving my report at the end of the meeting once I'm called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. That's all from my side. All the best to all those participants.
Arav, could you quickly check the timer cards? I could not see the timer cards.
I mean, you would be able to see the timer screen. This will be green, this will be yellow, this will be red.
Yeah, fine. That's great. Yeah, thank you, Arav. And the next role is our counter. This is every day we will encounter in our day-to-day life. Whenever we are saying, we see this activity. So I welcome Toastmaster Vrunda to explain her role.
Thank you, Shahid. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to all our guests today. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or a pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including well, but, so, and my favorite, you know. I will also listen to filler sounds, including I will note when a speaker repeats words or phrases such as I, this means, and at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker has used these expressions. Thank you, and back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Vrunda. And our next role is grammarian. And today, this is taken by an eminent person, DTM Pramod.
Toastmasters and guests, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You know what is my role? It is probably the most dreaded role in Toastmasters, the role of a language evaluator grammarian. So I'd be noticing the good usages and not so good usages in everybody's speech, and also I'll give you a word of the day for today's meeting. And I strongly encourage all of you to use the word of the day and idiom of the day in all your speeches, whether it is table topics, valuations, speeches, TMOD, in whatever way, if you utter, think about the word of the day, which is perseverance. Now we are talking about struggles. Perseverance is the key to success. If you have struggle, remember perseverance. And what is perseverance? It is the persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. A good example would be this perseverance with the technique illustrates this single-mindedness. Can I have anybody who wants to try making a sentence using the word of the day, perseverance? I'll give the chance to one person. If you raise your virtual hand, then you can unmute and you can talk. You're saying? Yeah, I can see guest Mario. Mario, please go on. Unmute yourself, your camera. I know you are attending at 3 o'clock in the morning. Definitely, you deserve an appreciation from all of us.
Can I interrupt for a second? As an American speaker, the word is perseverance.
Understand.
Perseverance.
I'd like to
Understand.
correct that and say it's perseverance.
No, I think you've got the wrong word. It's perseverance.
Perseverance.
Oh, okay.
This
There's
is, yeah, this is how the world
but
works.
it's not.
Anyway,
It's not
I'll put
however
the
you
right
say.
spelling in the chat box. You can call it whatever way you want it.
Perseverance is fine.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fine.
The third, I can vouch that it's the third syllable, perseverance. The accent is on the third syllable.
Got it. Thank you.
Perseverance. Is that all you wanted from me, Pramod, or?
One sentence. Please make one sentence using the word perseverance.
Well, perseverance is when you persevere that you get the right pronunciation of the word of the day. So there's that for a meta example, huh?
That's an apt example. Thank you so much, Mario. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Okay.
Don't sweat it.
I encourage everybody to use the word of the day for today's meeting. And back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shahid Sheikh. Shahid, please continue.
Yeah, thanks, Pramod. We will definitely persevere in our struggles and we will overcome those. And our next role is General Evaluator. So today this is taken by DTM Vamsi. So DTM Vamsi, could you please explain about your role?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Buddy. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I would say rather a good day to fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I am General Evaluator for today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Vamsi, and my role is very simple. Do you think? How many of you think General Evaluator role is very simple? Raise your hands.
I think so.
Someone is persistent, okay.
You can evaluate
All
everybody
right.
and nobody will evaluate you.
I would say the guest will evaluate me definitely when you ask for a feedback. What is general evaluator and why he is doing that? Okay, let me get into my role. As a general evaluator, I will be evaluating everything that happens during the meeting, right from the starting to the last point where I get the stage time. Even after that, but that feedback I will give to the president though. So I will be monitoring everything and give a constructive, positive feedback so that we can make this meeting a better one. Because that improvement is always the thing that makes us more perseverant Toastmasters. Now, let me hand over my stage to Toastmaster of the day. I will come in the final round to give a good constructive feedback. Thank you for the opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shahid.
Yeah, thank you, Vamsi. Thank you for that introduction of your role. And now comes to our session of prepared speeches. Prepared speeches are the one which we will prepare and we will deliver, and there will be an evaluator tag to each speaker. Based on the needs of the speaker or his recommendation, the evaluator will evaluate, and in addition to that, evaluator will give more inputs. So we have two speeches lined up. The first speaker is Navya, and her evaluator is DTM Lakshmi. So I would like to invite DTM Lakshmi to introduce about the speaker and his speech title. So DTM Lakshmi, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, everyone. Today, my speaker, Navya, is repeating a speech that she has already given in her office Toastmasters Club. It's a humorous speech. The timing of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And the title of the speech is My Journey to Get My Driving License. Looking forward to listening to your humorous speech, Toastmaster Navya. All the best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah, thank you, Lakshmi. So, Pramod, shall I go with the speech one or shall I introduce the second speaker also? Second speaker. Okay. So now I invite our speaker, first speaker, Toastmaster Navya. Her speech title is My Journey to Get My Driving License. Toastmaster Navya, My Journey to Get My Driving License. My Journey to Get My Driving License, Toastmaster Navya. Arav, you have raised your hand.
That's just because to
No, he just raised his hand.
spotlight
Yeah.
the timer.
Navya, you're speaking on mute.
Yeah, now am I audible?
You're audible and visible both.
Yes.
Most of you might be thinking, what is this title, My Journey to Get My Driving License? I mean, what is big deal in getting a driving license, that to a country like India, where corruption still rules? You park your vehicle on the wrong side and you give 100 rupees to the traffic police and he lets you go. There is a red signal, you cross it, you give 100 rupees, again you can go get away. So these are some of the situations which most of us might have faced ourselves or would have at least seen. But you call it my ill fate or my bad luck. My journey to get my driving license has gone not just for months but for years together, like Gandhiji's Dandi March. My journey started somewhere in 2014 when I was studying my bachelor's in Bangalore. Since I didn't have a permanent residence, I was staying in hostel. So I decided to get my license in my hometown, Andhra Pradesh. In our hometowns, most of us have some influential connections in government offices. So one day my uncle, my so-called influential uncle, came to me and told me that he has some connections and I just need to clear the test and I can easily get the license. So I directly arrived on the day of the my learner's license test, totally unprepared what the test is going to look like. And still I was very overconfident that I'll be able to get the license. And during the examination, I glanced through the questions on the screen. There were multiple choice questions. Some of the questions I knew, some of the questions I'm just imagining. I have never drove car in my life. I have no idea like what I'm going to do on some questions are like what you will do on a rainy day when there is fog falling on the windows. Some imaginary questions which I have to imagine and answer. I have no clue, but still I'm somehow confidently guessing the answers, and finally I click on the submit. And to my shock, I see the result and I have terribly failed the exam. What a shame and disgrace I have brought to my family. These are the thoughts running in my mind. Studying undergraduation in Bangalore and I have failed at a learner's license test. These are the thoughts running in my mind, and somehow I gathered the courage and come out of the examination hall. And my so-called influential uncle, now he has raised his hands that he can't get me the license since I have failed at the test. So that's how my first attempt at getting my license fails. Years went by and I finished my undergraduation in Bangalore and I get my job in Mumbai. And I have purchased a two-wheeler without even having the license. I have been driving it in Bangalore and now I have taken it all the way to Mumbai also. Few months pass by, I am driving my two-wheeler without license, and one day suddenly, when I'm driving on a road where only four-wheelers are supposed to go, a traffic police catches me. It is a triple bonanza for him because he has caught someone who is driving a two-wheeler license of Karnataka. I don't have a license and I'm driving on the wrong way. And he is asking me to pay 2,500 rupees, which is a big money back then. And somehow I plead him and he finally agrees to let me go by paying 500 rupees. And days pass by, still I'm quite upset that I had to pay 500 and I want to persevere and try again to get my license. And there I apply for license in Mumbai as well. And this time I don't want to repeat the same mistake. So I have prepared, I have taken a printout of all the questions and I'm preparing for it from 1 week before the test. And I arrive on the day of the exam. This time, not overconfident, but confident that I'm going to get that license. And I actually clear the license test as well. But when I finally go to get my license, I have to give the documents. I have to give my address proof and other things. And there I was very excited that I'm going to get my license. But still, this time my license is rejected because my address proof, which is the electricity bill, it's not on my name, it's on my owner's name. So again, my license has been rejected and they asked me to come again after 3 months. So this has that's how my second attempt also fails at getting the license. Again, years pass by and now it is 2019 and I am in Bangalore for my job. And I try to again apply for the license. And this time I have got my learner license as well. I have cleared the test. I have submitted all my documents are proper. I have given the learner license and they asked me to wait for 3 months to apply for the permanent license. And I was waiting day by day to actually apply. But as the whole world is in a shock of Corona, all the driving license tests are also suspended indefinitely. It's like the whole world is persevering against me in getting the license. So that's my third attempt also fails. And if I go, and years pass by and I can say finally I get my license in 2022 after my marriage. It was because of my husband who decided to never give up on me, and his willpower was way more stronger than my ill fate, I can say, in terms of license. And I finally got my license in 2022, both my learner and permanent license. Thank you, everyone. Back to Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah, thanks, Navya. Yeah, thanks. And the title which you have chosen, it is related to us also. And when you are giving the speech, we could also recollect how we have applied for the LLR and how we got the license. So thanks for that. And we will move on for the next speech. And our next speaker is DTM Cynthia. And her speech title is Kite Surfing. And DTM Raghu is her evaluator. So I would like DTM Raghu to explain about the speaker and his speech title.
Greetings of the day, everyone. Distinguished Toastmaster Cynthia had a strong phobia for 40 years, and this included public speaking, visibility, heights, and speed. She was afraid of everything.
Sorry to interrupt, Raghu, and your audio is a bit low for me.
Is it for everyone? Are you able to hear me? No? Yes?
We can hear you, Raghu, but yeah, it was slightly lower.
Is it better now?
Okay.
Yeah, it's better, Raghu.
Oh, that's much better.
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Of nearly 40 years, distinguished Toastmaster Cynthia has strong phobias that included public speaking, visibility, heights, and speed. She was afraid of everything. On April 3rd, 2003, her soulmate and husband suddenly died in his sleep while she was on a business trip. He was not only the love of her life, he was her rock, anchor, and courage. After his death, she went on a journey to find her courage and self-love. She found many things along the way, and in 2010, she heard a whisper from soul. If you learn to kite surf, you will harness the wind and you can do anything. The purpose of the speech that today is to inform what you learned during the kite surfing lesson and hopefully entertain you. She'll be demonstrating her speech on the Zoom before Hollywood directors, producers, and screenwriters on November 11. And from Pathways, I will be using writing a speech with purpose from Team Collaboration Pathway to evaluate this speech. For information of everyone, this speech will be on talentshow.com if you ever want to see it there. I wish you all the best, distinguished Toastmaster Cynthia, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah, thank you, Raghu. Thank you for introducing our TTM Cynthia. So here we go for the next exciting speech from our distinguished Toastmaster Cynthia. And her speech title is Kite Surfing. So kite surfing, Cynthia, kite surfing.
What is kite surfing? Raise your hand if you don't know. Yeah, it's a fairly new sport. It's an extreme sport, very, very dangerous. It was started in France, and the kite is a 16-foot wingspan. Woo! And you hold on with a bar, kind of like you're water skiing, but the kite's in the air and you're on a board and you're flying right over the water. And if you take off on the wave like a ramp, you can catch 6 to 8, 10 feet of air. In fact, you can catch 25 to 100 feet of air. I was so scared to go to my kite surfing lesson because I had to sign in 5 places that if I die, my relatives will not sue them. Whew. I called my girlfriends, Betty, Josie, Mary. Nobody answered. I get in my car and I have to pull down the garage door to close it. And I hear a voice. It's God. You called everyone else. You didn't call me. Why not? I'm afraid. I didn't think you would understand. What are you afraid of? Well, I'm afraid of dying. Or maybe worse yet, I'm afraid of getting injured and living like an invalid for the rest of my life. I'm terrified. Are you afraid of looking bad? Looking bad? No, that's the furthest thing from my mind. I'm afraid of dying. Good, because that could get you killed. Whoa. God has never talked to me that way before. And I'm thinking, if he asked me if I was afraid of looking bad, and I didn't think I was, but he's God, so he must know something I don't know. So I changed my beliefs around being afraid of looking bad. I changed my beliefs so that when I was afraid of looking bad, I would move toward that thing so I could survive today's kite surfing lesson. I arrive and I get onto the jet ski with my instructor in front of me, and I hold on to his waist. I grabbed onto his waist, pulled him tight, and dug my nose into his back. I was screaming. I was terrified of the water. We were going so fast. Oh! Then we get out into the water, and I'm scooting along. I'm just hanging onto my board, and I'm hanging onto the kite, and it's pulling me along, and it's kind of fun. And then he says, "It's time to put your kite away. It's very important that you I had no idea what he was saying. It sounded like the Peanuts cartoon with the teacher speaking. I had no idea. And I was too embarrassed. I said, "Oh, I'm embarrassed. I can't ask him again." And I said, "What?" Go towards your embarrassment. I said, I may be stupid. I know that you said something important, but I heard nothing after. It's important. Could you please repeat your instructions? He said, do not move your legs. If you move your legs while you're putting away your kite, they will get caught up in the rope and you'll be tied up. And most important, do not let go of the kite rope. So the kite string is through this bar, and you're pulling the string through the bar, and then you can't let it go because it will power up. Oh no. So I start to put my kite away, and what do? I do exactly what it says not to do, and my legs got tied up and tangled. But I didn't let go of that kite. I was like, you have to remember that you not to let go of the kite. So he's in the jet ski about 50 feet away from me. I call over to him and I say, I did what you said not to do. And I'm tied up with the kite. You have to help me. And he comes over, finally makes it. And I unraveled the top of the ropes, but my feet were cinched together and tied together, like we call it hog tying. Oh, so when he got to me, I laid back in the water and I lifted up my legs and so he could untie my feet. He untied my feet. I got safely back. Oh, then I had to climb back into the jet ski and I couldn't get on. I said, oh, I'm sorry, but I can't get onto the boat. He picks me up by the scruff of my pants and puts me in the boat. Very undignified, but that's okay. We start to go back and we're zooming on the jet ski, and I am squealing with delight. I'm so excited because I'm going back to land. I could have kissed the land. And then I went to my favorite sushi restaurant, and I talked to my sushi restaurant owner and telling him my story. And I look over and there's a whole table of about 6 men, and they're looking at me surprised. And I realized at that moment, even though my hair was a mess, it was like blonde dreadlocks. I looked like something the cat dragged in. I looked like a tsunami hit me. But the way they were looking at me, I never looked more beautiful in my life. So I learned a big lesson from God. Go toward what makes you afraid. Go toward even if it's being embarrassed, because that could save your life and it could bring you a lesson, and you can find out that you are more beautiful when you are going towards that thing that you don't want to do. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
What a speech it is. What an exciting speech, and very new topic to us. But DTM, Cynthia, you have explained it very well with all your emotions and all your things. So it was a great speech, I think. So as our today's topic is struggle. So everywhere we will do struggle. So initially, if you are facing new things, if you see from the existence, the struggle which our mother has taken, from there our struggle got started. So it continues till the end of our life. So we could not avoid the struggle, but what we have to do is how to tackle the struggle and how to embrace it and how to overcome it. That defines you and that makes you a successful person. So with that, shall we move on to the next table topic session, Raghu, or shall we go with the general evaluator?
We can do few table topics.
Pardon me, Raghu?
we can do few table topics.
Okay. Yeah. So one of the exciting and the interesting session in our whole session is table topic session, where we will be taking different topics and everyone are interactive and enthusiastically participating to give and the speeches on those table topics. And I could see guest Elios has raised his hand. Hi, Elios.
Shahid,
Is it for the table topics you have raised or?
right.
Okay, okay. Yeah, now I got it. So let me invite our Toastmaster Pratik, who is the table topic master for today's session. So the stage is yours, Pratik.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the Toastmasters or guests from all part of the world. I'm really happy to see that, we are from different countries joining together in Sattvic Toastmaster for healthy living. There are so many things behind Sattvic Toastmaster. And I think the healthy living is, attracting all of us, and we are together today. Wonderful theme of the day, and I really thank VP Education and the Toastmaster of the day for giving me this opportunity to be a table topic master. I was just thinking about this theme, and I was just thinking that how I can add value to this theme and give a situation to all of you so that you can describe your own story in your own way. It may be a real life story, or it may be a story of your close friend, but it may be a real life story. And the way I have handled that situation, the way other person have handled that situation is based on the perception which he is keeping, or the belief system which he is having for that particular situation, and he is conquering that situation in his own different way. So what I will be doing over here, I will be giving you a situation. That situation is written in a slide. I will read out that situation to you, and you have to tell that how you will come out of that situation. So like in table topics, any situation which comes in our life, any problems which come in our life, it comes as a surprise. And we have to be ready with it. In the same way, in table topics, you will get a topic, impromptu topic, and you have to speak impromptu. So you have to think at that point of time, and you have to conquer with that situation. So I will request maybe Zoom Master or Raghu that if I will be able to share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already co-host.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so what I will be doing is I'm having a wheel. That wheel I have written names of different countries. Okay, so if your country name is coming, anyone from that country can raise their hands or tell me that you want to speak, then I will select that person. Okay. So my screen is visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So the first is India. So anyone from India?
Yep, I would like to go. Ashish here.
Ashish, okay. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So your topic is this. You are a working professional with 2 years of experience, got married and shifted from shared accommodation to a rented flat. Expenses increased by 5 times and your salary is same. Your spouse is not earning. You are having a difficult financial condition. So how you will come out of this situation?
Wow. Thanks, TM Pratik. Probably you made me remember the time when I got married. So it's the exactly almost similar situation when I got married. Yeah, my experience was much more, but my salary was quite lower. And once you get married, you realize that uh, that there's another person in your life which you have to take care of, who has left her family for you, and you need to take care of all your family members too. You need to move to a better place, give them a better life, hope for a better future. And with that, there are expenses coming in so that we can meet their demands or their needs. And that's the same situation which I was in, where my salary was same, but my expenses were almost 5 times. Now my spouse was not earning. She was talented. She had it in her, but my family members didn't want her to work. I wanted her to work. I told her, why don't you take forward your learnings and bring value to the society? Why don't you get forward? And she had a job earlier. She worked, but that was something which was of late working hours. She was really excited with that particular job, but for my family members, she wanted to drop off. I supported her, and she went into her job. That not only excited her, that not only made her day, but it also made my life, because she was full with energy every day because she was happy. It also made life of our family members easier, because when you are happy, you can give back to your family. So I came out of this situation by helping my family members and also helping myself in return. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. TTM of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish, for sharing your story. I have kept such topics. Maybe, it resonates with each and every one of us so that we can share our stories. Thanks for that. And I also very much relate to this situation. Amazing. Okay, now I will go to the next. Okay, I'm again spinning. Yeah, so anyone from Pakistan?
I think our friend from Pakistan has left.
Okay, no issues. I will again spin.
So probably you should give option to Indonesia and then go with Ilios.
Yeah, okay. I will take this. Otherwise, then I will go to Ilios. No issues. Oh.
I propose you remove Pakistan.
Yeah, so Ilios, you are so lucky that, your name came and your country also came. Okay. So I will just, so Ilios is from Empire Toastmaster Club from Indonesia. So I will just go ahead with the topic. Okay, so Ilios, your topic is you are married and having one kid. You are the only earning member and just lost your job due to recession. And now how you will come out of this situation? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can I start now?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is a tough situation in my life. Imagine you are married to a beautiful wife and you're just having a little kid. This little kid has high hopes to me as the father. And my beautiful wife, well, you know, as it is said, beautiful wife, of course, high maintenance. So I need to get more money. And yes, I'm only the one that the earning member of this family. To breakfast that I need to prepare, the lunch, the dinner that I need to serve on the table. Imagine, it all lost due to the recession. I lost my job. I don't have any saving. What should I do? Tough. Because first of all, I haven't married yet. I haven't got any kid. And I haven't got any job fired to me to the decision. But I would like to think that if I were the person that I think I can come back to my God, can pray, God, this is me, your humble servant. What should I do next to serve the community, the family that I really love? Please preserve me because I believe that only God can make me sustain in my life. And yes, if you ask me what is the answer, I cannot answer, but only God can answer. God, if you can hear me, you can also hear the others. All of us have their own struggles, and only God and you know what are your struggles. So just say it and let God do the rest. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Elios, for the wonderful take on the situation and the topic. Thank you very much. Okay, so I will just spin the wheel again.
Maybe remove Indonesia first.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Pratik, just in the interest of time, this will be the last topic.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Once again, the stars align. Yay.
So Slovenia. Okay. Mario, right?
Yep.
Fine. Okay. So Mario, your situation is, you are working in a well-known company from last 13 years. Okay. And you generally get promotion every 3 years. And this time it's now 5 years and company is giving you excuses even after your visible good work. What you will do in this situation?
By excuses, you mean what?
Means they are giving you reasons that, you know, this time this doesn't happen because of, you know, company is not doing well, or this time it doesn't happen because, we don't have, positions right now, like that.
You know, as a long-time lawyer, as the state attorney, it's not easy to be having all these Lamborghinis and Porsches, but somebody's got to make a living, you know. Today's society, I've noticed over the years that the state of Nebraska hasn't really been treating me fair in the past couple of years, you know. You know, I've been backing up their asses and cleaning up crime on the streets, and yet they give me the hard time that you're not doing a good job, you're not taking care of the society, there's still crime on the streets. Guys, I'm doing my best, I'm pulling all the sources, and you're giving me the boot, threatening me to fire me, the state attorney. Are you guys kidding me? Do you know how much I have done for you? And you backstab me like this? If you want to play that game, so be it. I'm not gonna argue over petty stuff like shoplifting and, I don't know, loitering. But if you want to stop those criminals, rapists, cultists, pornography. I'm here for you guys. But don't go around decreasing my pay and talking bad stuff behind my back because you're not satisfied with my work. I gave my blood, sweat, and tears for you. This is how you treat me? This continues. I'm done. Done with all of this. I'm sick of it. I'm giving you one chance. Governor, whatever his name is in Nebraska. One shot. You mess up, I'm done. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mario. Okay, so I will stop sharing. So, Raghu, shall we take one more or like we can close?
I think it's good to move to evaluation. It's already 8:12.
Okay, so thanks for the wonderful participation. I hope that it relates to each one of our real life situations somewhere. Over to general evaluator or the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shahid. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Pratik. And it was a very innovative and exciting session. As always, you do it in a different manner. So this time I could see a different thing in our table topics is like before starting the session itself, I could see the hands get raised. And before that, we used to call the people and who is used to, we will be taking their names. Will you taking this topic? So it was a very, this shows how the people are enhancing their skills and how much they are enthusiastic to participate in the table topic session. So Pratik, if possible, there were 3 hands were raised, 2 speakers who have raised, they have spoken, but Kanika did not get the chance. If possible, we give one more chance because she was very much enthusiastic.
Definitely. I would love to give one topic. No issues. Great. Kanika, you are there?
May I, 1 second, may I request that, we carry on and then do the topic towards the end? We will definitely have Kanika a chance. Yeah.
We are on a very strict timeline. If time permits, then definitely we can call her at the last and give her a chance to speak.
Perfect. Okay.
संजीत हे काय आहे माहिती का सात्विक मुवमेंटचे टोस्टमास्टर आहे
Sorry, we could not hear it properly.
That was some Marathi conversation. You can continue. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was a great session of table topics. Now moving ahead, I will hand over our virtual stage to our general evaluator, TM Vamshi. Stage is yours, Vamshi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster buddy. Now, without further ado, let us move to the third and the final segment, general evaluation. Now, for that, let me call my evaluators on the stage to give their wonderful feedback for the speaker's speeches. Now, let me call the evaluator for today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Lakshmi, on the stage, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, everyone. It is said that human brain starts working the moment we are born and never stops until we are standing on the stage to address an audience. And I'm sure if it is going to be a humorous speech, it goes into a freeze state. So at the outset, I will appreciate my speaker, Toastmaster Navya, for the daring attempt a humorous speech despite being a new Toastmaster. Congratulations for that successful attempt. Your speech was laced in sarcasm. Sarcasm about how slow the government proceedings are in India and how entwined it is in red tapeism. At one moment, I felt that you are being a flag bearer for the people of India who have resigned to their fate and now find the situation funny. Thirdly, I loved your script, the way you trace the journey from being that overconfident person to being a person on the verge of giving up. And definitely you busted the much celebrated quote from the book Alchemist. Whenever you want something, the entire universe conspires to help you achieve it. Your speech proved that there are outlier situations too. So congratulations, Navya, because you did make us all smile and at the same time also think. If I need to give you a few recommendations, I would say, because this was a humorous speech, you could have attempted to bring in a little bit of voice modulation, and also you could have made it a little more dramatic when you were expressing certain emotions that you felt, like maybe more of facial expressions to show that you were shocked when you found that you failed your exam, and then you were sad, and then you were in despair. Maybe all those emotions, if you could have emoted it better, it would have added to the impact of your speech. Secondly, I felt the ending was quite abrupt. You suddenly stopped with, I noticed that you had little more time. So maybe you could have ended the speech by giving us a take on what your learnings were from this entire journey and how it has helped in your growth. So I thought the speech was a little abrupt. Otherwise, I loved the confidence that you had when you were speaking. You always had a smile on your face as though you are enjoying recounting that experience despite it being a harrowing one for you, for us. I look forward to listening to more such humorous speeches from you. Make more such daring attempts. All the best to you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Lakshmi. Now let me call my evaluator to distinguished Toastmaster Raghu on the stage.
We all have some other demons in our life, in our heart, residing in our mind. And at one point of life, we find that one thing that can help us fight these demons. It can be kite surfing, or it can be anything. It all depends upon us. How many of you felt like as if watching a snippet of Hollywood movie, hearing distinguished Toastmaster Cynthia's speech? Wonderful. I could just relate to that, and I can see distinguished Cynthia making onto that Hollywood debut there. Cynthia, what a wonderful speech. And if I would talk about the strength of your speech, you started with a question, a powerful question. And then you added everything that was required for a cinema. And second thing is you had a great voice modulation, role play, and the sprinkles of humor, and best part is the drama that you had. We were intrigued and watching each and every bit of your speech. I said watching, not just hearing, because you had everything out there on a stage performance. Well, if you have to talk about improvement, I thought you could place your camera a better position so that we can watch your hand gestures better and enjoy the speech. And second thing, I felt your call for action was a little weaker. You could have given it much better, talking about how kite surfing has helped. Maybe we can find solace in something else, and that can help us overcome our demons, our fears, exactly like you did. If you're talking about wow factor, I love the choice of words and the descriptive language that you use across your speech that made it beautiful and one of the powerful speeches. Cynthia, as I said, I can see you on the Hollywood diva. You're a great speaker. Just add a powerful conclusion, call for action for everyone, and I'm sure you are on the stage. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to evaluate you. All the best.
Thank you so much.
I can see good performance skills from both of my evaluators. Now, with the same thing, here comes the tag team, timer, R counter, and grammarian for today's meeting. So let me call on the stage the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Ara.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, the General Evaluator Toastmaster, Distinguished Toastmaster Vamsi. Okay. So as the timer for our meeting, I've had the privilege of witnessing our speaker's perseverance in action. Just as they've navigated their personal struggles to achieve triumph, I've diligently tracked time to ensure that each speech adhered to our time limits. Coming to my report, for the prepared speech segment, Toastmaster Navya took 6 minutes 38 seconds. Visiting Toastmaster Cynthia took 7 minutes 19 seconds. For the table topics, that is impromptu segment, Toastmaster Ashish Sinha took 2 minutes 17 seconds. Toastmaster Elias took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Mario took 2 minutes 10 seconds. For the evaluation round, Toastmaster Lakshmi took 2 minutes 52 seconds. And Toastmaster Raghu took 2 minutes 23 seconds. That's all from my part. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ara. Now let me call on the stage the R counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Room.
Thank you, DTM Vamsi. One of my endeavors has always been to count the R's and Ums because my transformation in Toastmasters has been through these R's and Ums. So I have persevered to reduce those. And at the outset, let me congratulate DTM Cynthia, DTM Raghu, DTM Vamsi, and is it Toastmaster Elios for no R's and Ums. I really envy you and I hope to be there someday. Few of you had R's. So there's Mario with 3 R's. There is Navya with 4 R's. DTM Lakshmi with 2 R's. Pratik 2 R's. Ashish 1. And Navya, Ashish. Yeah, I think that's about it. I might have missed someone, then I apologize. But it was an outstanding one. There have been times when I counted about 10 R's and Ums. This was a struggle for me to count less than 5. So that's really awesome. I think we are having a great benchmark, and I look forward to us reaching the benchmark set up by our DTMs, 0 R's and Ums. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much. Now let me call the grammarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Pramod, on the stage, please.
Here I am back with my grammarian report. First, let me congratulate the people who used the word of the day. Toastmaster Mario, Vamsi, Shahid, Navya, Arav, Lakshmi, and Pratik used the word of the day. And it is still a matter of controversy how to pronounce that. So I'm not pronouncing the word again. I don't have the courage to pronounce it again. So these much people use the word of the day. A big appreciation to all of you. Please keep on using that. I forgot to tell you the rule of raising the thumb when somebody was using it. Apologies. I'm sure that Vamsi would have taken it as a recommendation for my grammarian report. Before Vamsi, I wanted to talk about that. Thank you so much. And good usages were fog falling on the window, terribly fail, self-love, imbibe, terrified, looking back, enthusiastic, just sage, without much ado, at the outset, daring, attempt, sarcasm, verge of giving up, entire universe conspired to achieve it. It's a quote from Paulo Coelho, abrupt ending, etc. And I didn't notice much of not so good usages, just one. gathered the courage. Someone used the word gathered the courage. It would have been mustered the courage instead of that. Someone used I plead in a past context. Like it could have been I pleaded. Then perceiving against my dream, it could have been conspiring against my dream. So these are some of the suggestions from my side. Apart from that, I don't have any suggestions. Back to General Valuator, Distinguished Toastmaster Vamshi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pramod. And it's time for my report. So let me make it as simple as possible for you people. All right, the meeting started a little bit of a late, but I would considering a lot of guests are there and we are waiting for the role players. One thing, if we have Sergeant at Arms presiding officer and Toastmaster of the day beforehand, we could have started the meeting because remaining people can join a little bit late if they were late. Unfortunate. One thing we can prevent with these kind of things is maybe they joining the meeting a little bit earlier could have been make the situation a better. That is one recommendation to the role players. Coming to Sergeant at Arms, distinguished Toastmaster Raghu, kudos to you. Fantastic job. You are very energetic and coordinating everything that is happening in the meeting, in front of the screen and behind the scenes as well. Kudos to you on that. One thing I would recommend is go with the Toastmaster mission or promise and make it telling to in an effective way, so that people who are guests or someone new joining to the club will have some sort of an impact created over there. Maybe some sort of rules you want to keep with your club. This is how the Sattvic is, like you said, Sattvic.
You went on mute, Vamsi.
Vamshi, you're on mute.
Apologies, I got a call. So you can simply say that there are these kind of a things, so we follow these kind of a rules or some sort of invention you can add there, which would make it some sort of a magic. Yes, this club is different from others. Maybe something fascinating or some sort of maybe a quotation or something that makes your related to your club as well as something special. Or you can invent something new over there. That is one small recommendation. Coming to presiding officer, to our distinguished Toastmaster Pramod, kudos to you. Fantastic job over there. You even acknowledged the presence of area director. Plus, you gave the chance for the area director to speak for a little bit, about the club or about himself, or get some stage time for him. Excellent job over there. One thing I would say is since we have mix of people from different places and other things, rather than Raghu going with too much of Toastmasters, it is presiding officers, cup of tea to have some fascinating facts related to Toastmaster or club. Like, it is like a 99 years organization. Maybe something new is happening or some sort of venture Toastmasters is doing this year. Some fascinating thing you can give the highlights to the audience, like this is what is happening over there. So that kind of thing will be a little bit of making people more engaged. Okay, this is what Toastmaster is. For example, someone joined you, they will know, okay, this is how it works. That kind of thing would be better. Then coming to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shahid, fantastic job on the data, I would say. You have lots and lots of information. You didn't miss any point. Thorough research done. Excellent on that. One thing I would say is when you said the frog story, about how the frog, counter you might be noticing, is my favorite word. So when I forget that there is a counter, immediately comes out of my mouth. Whenever I remember that, I won't get any ask and none. So now you may get more from my side. So considering this frog story, one thing I would say is since you know the story well, you could portray it like maybe it is like your pet frog or a frog story that you got inspired from your childhood. Like for example, during my childhood, I listened to a story, a hero frog or the legendary frog. Something fascinating title you can keep, and you can see this frog always struggled to climb the ladder or to come out of the well. Well, the frogs around it says, no, you can't do it. It never listened. Always trying, day after the day. Like for example, you could take like how that Bahubali tried to climb all the way to the mountain. This frog also tried all the way to climb the well. And finally, one day it achieved it. You know why? Very simple. The perseverance. Since you know the word of the day, you can use it over here. So if you don't know word of the day or something, you connect with the grammarian beforehand and check with the word of the day so that because you have time to keep that in your what to say, the speech. Then what happens is audience already heard the word once or twice before grammarian comes and introduces that. So it becomes okay for them. Even the pronunciation kind of a thing, let's keep that aside. Okay, they will hear something and there is a chance that they may use more. That is one thing. Second, when you are speaking with these stories, your camera is a little bit of off. Maybe you kept your mobile in another position, in a rectangle mode or something, but we felt like you are looking to the other side. So check with the small camera angle. And one more thing is the time factor. Check with your time, how much time you are consuming when you got the stage time. Overall, you can take max to max of 15 minutes. And for the speaking factor alone, it is a 7.5 minutes like a speech. Remaining 7.5 minutes will be during the transitions only from role player to role player. Keep that in mind and compose the stories accordingly. Then it will be perfectly on the time. Then coming to my tag team, Toastmaster Arav, fantastic job over there and good vocal modulation that you have showcased when you are delivering your report. One thing I would say is increase a faster note. For example, during the starting, when you are explaining about the role, you can take whatever you want. That time, I don't take 10 minutes, maybe 4 minutes or 5 minutes explaining your role. But in the end, you can go with a faster way. Like for example, Toastmaster, our coming to the prepared speeches segment, Toastmaster Navya took 6 minutes 30 seconds, Toastmaster Cynthia took 5 minutes 40 seconds, something like that. Go with a faster tone, that would be absolutely fine. Then coming to our counter, Toastmaster Vanda. First of all, thank you for posting the agenda in the chat group multiple times so that we can understand exactly how many speakers are there, how many role players are there, what will happen in today's meeting. Fantastic job over there. Kudos to you and thanks so much for helping with agenda. One thing I would say is to make your job simple, have a white paper or a sheet or tab, whatever you have, and note down the role players list. Starting with the sergeant at arm, presiding officer, toastmaster, they have the entire list written. Now, what happens is when the first one, sergeant at arm, starts, you can start your report, and you have a clear idea. And whoever didn't use any RMs, you can simply round off their names. Now you know, okay, these are the people who didn't use any R's and Ms. Kudos to you, done. Now, who used how many R's and M's? You have a clear picture and you won't miss any person. That makes your job way easier. Then coming to Wordmaster Grammarian, Pramod, kudos to you, fantastic job. One thing I would say is, like you said, raising the thumb is something. Keeping that aside, another factor I would say is keep idiom of the day as well. Like some clubs do, word of the day and idiom of the day. Keep one word very simple, one word a little bit of new or something interesting, maybe a metaphor like that. So there is a chance that majority people use the one which is easier, and someone who want to experiment and try can use the other word. Like that, it will make it more beneficial. Coming to table topics master, Toastmaster Pratik, fantastic job. You kept all the realistic struggles on us today. I was like, why there are a lot of topics related to me? Means it is a situation that majority of us faces. One thing I would say is keep something positive also. Maybe an alternative. For example, one struggle or maybe one positive thing, or struggle with the positives also. There can be sometimes positives. Maybe our manager loves so much. Now, manager liking us is good, but he loving us is something that keeps, the situation, right? Who knows what will happen? Even a small thing can backfire on us. So something on a positive thing, but that can be a tricky. For example, being so open-minded. Now you say everything to everyone. Now that can sometimes backfire because you are too honest or something. Like that, make some sort of a positive and negative kind of a mix. Then it will be like, okay, now I got a positive situation, but on a negative contest, how should I deal with it? So that will be something which makes what you kept very fascinating, something more wonderful. Coming to the speakers, you already got amazing evaluations. I don't have much of a recommendations. One thing I would like to say to Speaker One Toastmaster Navya is your concept and storyline were completely fascinating. It is way good how you portrayed everything. But first thing, when you started your speech, you are saying that, in a situation where there will be a lot of corruption and other kind of things, come first with a positive thing and from there take the story to the negative aspect of what you face. So, for example, let us imagine there is some audience or someone who is like, why she said like that? My country is not like that. Sometimes these kind of things can be a little bit of trickier. So, what you do is take a positive thing, but explain the situation on a negative circumstances how you faced. For example, first you thought you want to genuinely go to, driving license and prepare for something. But I faced a situation where in that entire office, everyone is corrupted and I don't have a choice. I had to bribe them. Then my uncle said, you can bribe and easily go. When I can do, why is there any necessity for me to prepare? I can simply bribe and enjoy and get my driving license. So something like that. Make a positive, but you faced a negative and bringing that situation. Like that, you can turn the things around. There is only one thing. Cynthia, excellent job over there. I think we may have connected once or twice before also. You may remember or not, but on different meetings. Fantastic job over there, and you already got good things from Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Raghu. Only one thing, like I said, put the camera or you move a little bit back so that we can see the gestures. Because with such vocal modulation, a little bit of gestures will definitely make the magic run over there. Considering the evaluators, distinguished Toastmaster Lakshmi, one thing I would say, I would suggest is when you said the speaker has to improve a little bit on expressions or some sort of a thing, you can give a small example in the entire speech. Take one small bit and showcase that example. Like, for example, you said this, but you can do like this. That would be wonderful. Like that, a small example. And distinguished Toastmaster Raghu, kudos to you. You gave all the points. Maybe you can stretch a little bit on the timeline and make something more elaborative because it may help for the other people also. Because it is a good speech and we are giving a good evaluation. Maybe something like that so that other people can also learn. Okay, despite there is a fascinating speech, we can make an evaluation from this in this way that you can set a barrier for an example. That's it from my side. I think I am clear with all the points which I want to say today. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shahid.
Oh, what a general evaluation from our DTM Vamsi. A big round of applause for him. Yeah. So as I recently and as after this club has started, I think this is the very good general evaluation I felt. So thanks for that, DTM Vamsi. And please join our club and make us more learn from you. Yeah, thanks for that. And as the time is going on, shall we wrap up or do we have anything or shall we take any inputs from the guests?
You can pass it on to DTM Pramod.
Yeah, okay. And thank you for giving me this opportunity as a TMOD. So as a closing notes, I would like to say, I would like to repeat the same quotation which I have said. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. So if you see our ECG report also, so if you see the graph, it will be up and downs. If it is straight line, then you know what it is. So you should embrace the struggles and enhance yourself and make a better version of yourself. And thank you. And it's over to you, Pramod.
Your struggle as Toastmaster of the day ends here, and my struggle starts. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We had a wonderful meeting. I could see a lot of people from different countries. They have joined us for the meeting. I thank them. I appreciate their patience. I once again welcome them for all the meetings in the coming weeks also. We are planning to build one of the best clubs, online clubs based on health themes. And I'm sure that with your support, this is your second or third home. You can come anytime. We are very receptive and we want more speakers. We want to learn from experienced and expert speakers like Cynthia and seasoned Toastmasters like Helios, and also from people from different parts of the globe. And I'm sure that at least we will learn new pronunciation, we will learn new things, we will understand the right practices, good, like we had one beautiful evaluation by distinguished Toastmaster Monk, covered almost everything. So we have a lot of new members. I'm sure that this will give more information and more, it will set good practices in our club. It will create a new benchmark for the members to take new roles and do it with precision. Having said that, I just want to take some guest feedback. I can take feedback from Mario. Mario, are you there, Mario?
Legend says I'm still here.
Please do some, if you have some feedbacks, please share it.
I need to eat more healthy. That's one thing. But before I do that, let me drop off to McDonald's, and I'll be right with you after the meeting. Thank you. I'm kidding. It was a great meeting. Thank you, Raghu, for inviting me, and for I lucked out on getting to participate in table topics. Wonderful people, a lot of DTMs here, some new, some old faces. And Elios, we're seeing for the third time today each other. That is hilarious. And also Nur Muhammad, I know him from before. Cynthia, also Lisa Thompson. I think she left. All I wanted to say is that Toastmasters is a global organization for a reason. It unites people of all countries, races, color, you name it. And I'm very proud and very humbled and very grateful that we are here, that we use Zoom, and there are various different specialized clubs, be it healthy lifestyle, be it sci-fi and fantasy. These all contribute to a great cause. And I've said it in other clubs, I'm gonna say it here, if I've not been a triple member, I might have just joined on day one here, because it's a lovely environment, and gotta say, looking forward to showing up next time.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you so much. And guest Elios, distinguished Toastmaster Elios, please make it short and brief so that we can get the feedback from everybody.
May I just interrupt for a split second, please? I'm really glad to say that our club had a first contest very recently. We had a contest chair, Lakshmi, who had done some magic and organized this contest. And on October 28th, our club is going to be representing at area level. So I invite everybody to participate. Unfortunately, I think this is an in-person contest. The AD Ravi Shankar, I hope that at some point it becomes hybrid so that we all can cheer up for our club members. But that's one thing I wanted to say, that we had a great contest. DTM Lakshmi was there, and DTM TM Toastmaster Pratik was a contest chair, and they had done wonderfully. And so back to you, Pramod. Thank you.
1 minute, Vrinda. Thanks for that. Distinguished Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair is with us, and it is time for a little debrief. Before that, I just take one more guest feedback from Elios. Elios, if you can quickly give a feedback, then we'll move on to the next session. That is the debrief session. Vrinda will just announce and she will invite Lakshmi. Please do it.
Okay, thank you. Well, as Mario said, I have been into 3 Toastmasters meeting since 8 p.m. my time. Until now, it is 10 a.m. my time. But it doesn't mean that I put all on the tricks, but I have take a nap, and then I want to say is I prepared my time to come to this meeting. So I want to know what is happening on this club, and as usual, if there is TTM conducting the meeting here, it will always be good. I don't mention any name because I know it is teamwork. So all of the speakers, all of the organizers have conducted this meeting very well. The speech quality is very high. So keep on doing this, because that's what make people come again and again and again to your club. Back to you. I'm done speaking.
Pramod, are you there?
No, Vrinda, I'm here. Now it's time for Lakshmi to do the debriefing of the contest. I thought you will invite her so that.
Yeah, for sure. So, friends, this contest chair, contest judge Lakshmi, who was a contest judge basically, she was the one who encouraged us to organize this. I'm the VP of the club, and I was hesitant to have a contest, especially when it was probably a week 4 or 5 by the time we decided to have a contest. And I was not sure if we are ready. And Lakshmi was the one who gave me the ins and outs of the contest. And she was confident that we could manage this. And with her support, I was able to organize it, and the whole team pitched in, and we had a beautiful contest. And that's the reason I would like to invite DTM Lakshmi to give us a short debrief about our first maiden contest experience. Over to you, DTM Lakshmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bunda. And thank you so much for having the faith and trust in me to entrust this great task of being the chief judge for the first contest, the very first contest of this baby club that is Sattvic Toastmasters. It was a learning experience for me as well, and I had a wonderful team with whom I could work together. If you notice the logo of Toastmasters, there is a small motto written below the logo which says, "Where leaders are made." When we are a member in a Toastmasters club, we learn to speak, we learn to communicate, we become better speakers. But I think it is the event like a contest that brings out the leadership qualities in you. Playing a role as a contest official, as someone who is part of the contest organizing team, builds a lot of your leadership skills. So I had the chance to be your chief judge for the very first contest of our club. And despite the heavyweight name that the role holds, chief judge, this is one role where you need not necessarily judge. So the chief judge majorly has the task of appointing the voting judges, the tie-breaking judges, the ballot counters, and the timers. And they work closely with the contest chair, who arranges the rest of the contest officials and ensures, and we both together ensure that there is a smooth contest that is happening at the club level or at the area of the district level, wherever you are playing the role. Now, even before we start preparations for the role, there is something that is very important and something that I would recommend and suggest everybody who is looking forward to play the role to do. And that is, make yourself very familiar with the speech contest rulebook. So all the resources that I am mentioning in this debriefing, they're all available in the Toastmasters website. And they're all frequently updated periodically to include the changes and the rules. So it is very important that you familiarize yourself with the speech contest rulebook for the year and also most of the districts, they do the chief judges training. So it is important that you also attend the judges training so that you have a clear idea what you are getting yourself into. Coming to the chief judge role that I did, I am recounting my experience here. So ideally, the preparation time for the chief judge's role should be at least 1 to 2 weeks because it involves you reaching out to all your Toastmasters contacts to ask if they would be available to take up the role of voting judges. One major aspect is that the judges are all going to be anonymous. So only the chief judge would know who the judges are. So I had been a Toastmaster since 2018. So I have a fairly good contacts in District 125 and also in other districts, and even now because I'm part of global online clubs, I am very happy to say that it has greatly improved my connections and network. So I sat and I began my preparations around a week before the contest. And the first day I sat and skimmed through all my Toastmasters contacts, and I messaged each one of them asking if they would be ready to take up the voting judges role. For the club contest, we needed 5 judges. And within the next 1-2 days, I could manage all the voting judges. They were very gracious to 5 people were very gracious to immediately respond. So it was more of a first come first serve basis, and so that was done. And once all the 5 judges were there and the tiebreaker judge was decided, I brought them all together, and they were from different locations. So I brought them all together into a WhatsApp group, and then we did all the further communications through that group. The second was the timer team. We had 2 timers. One was Toastmaster Anthony, who was located outside India, and the other one was Toastmaster Kalpana, who was in Hyderabad. So again, we had a WhatsApp group because they both are in different time zones. Communication is more easier through the WhatsApp group. So we had this WhatsApp group in place, and for the communications, everything happened through the WhatsApp group. And then we had the ballot counter. The ballot counter for our club contest was Toastmaster Hari. So Hari was a new Toastmaster, but he was very enthusiastic to take up the role. So once you have all the role players in place, then you obtain, the first thing that you do is you obtain the certification of eligibility and code of ethics from the voting judges and the tie-breaking judge. So the eligibility is clearly mentioned in the speech contest photo, and the judges have to confirm that they are eligible to judge this contest. And it is the responsibility of the chief judge to ensure that all the voting judges and tie-breaking judge is eligible to play the role. So for that, we obtain the certificate of eligibility and code of ethics. Then the next task is to do the briefing of the role players, the judges, the timers, and the ballot counter before the contest. So as I said, one major challenge that we faced while organizing the contest for the club is the role players are all from different places and in different time zones. So we had to arrive at a convenient time for all of them to conduct the briefing, but we could manage it, and then all the judges were present for the briefing. So we explain during the briefing, what we do is we explain the rules, explain how the judging has to be done, what the do's and the don'ts that the judges have to follow. And also taking questions if they have any kind of queries, you taking those questions and you clear their queries and make sure that the judges are clear on what they have to do from their part. And once that is done, you also share the speaking order. So the contest chair does the briefing for the contestants, and during the briefing, the speaking order is arrived at. So once the speaking order is arrived, the contest chair shares the speaking order with the chief judge, and I pass it on to the voting judges so that they can mark the same there. Ballots. And then we share the speaking order and also inform them about who their ballot counter is, to whom they have to send their ballots once all the voting is done. What the next major step that you do is you share the judges' ballot and guide. So all these resources, as I mentioned, is available in the Toastmasters International website. You share the judges' guide and ballot to all the judges, and the tiebreaker judge has a separate tiebreaker ballot and guide that is shared to him. And another important thing is the briefing for the tiebreaker judge is done separately. It is not done along with the voting judges. Briefing, it is done separately. Once the briefing of the judges, and along with the briefing of the judges, we also do the briefing for the timer team and the ballot counter. So we do the same process. We tell them what they have to. So for the timer team, one person will be handling the timing with the timing device, and the other person will be noting down the timings and showing the timing cards. So for the like I said, in our timer team, we had people from 2 different time zones, but I must say that they had great coordination between them, and there was not a single glitch that was there. throughout the entire timing process during the contest. So I really congratulate the timer team for that excellent coordination that they managed between themselves. And then you also brief. Like I said, the ballot counter for us was a new Toastmaster. He had very recently joined, so I took considerable amount of time with him to educate him on the role, and also we held multiple discussions so that he's very clear. And he is one person who is very he's a perfectionist. So I had conducted multiple sessions with him so that he's really very clear with what he has to do. During the contest, what the chief judge does, and also the chief judge attends the briefing for the contestants and other contest officials, that is done by the contest chair. The contest chair for our contest was Toastmaster Prati, who did an amazing job in handling the contest very well, in coordinating with the entire team, working together with me. It was a great learning experience for me as well. And I should thank Toastmaster Pratik for being a strong pillar throughout the contest for the successful completion of the contest. During the contest, the chief judge oversees the voting procedure, and finally, once all the voting is done, and once the judges have sent across the ballot to the ballot counter, we sit together as a team, because our contest was an online one. We both moved on to the breakout room, and that is where we discussed, and we cross-checked the voting and arrived at the winner list. So the ballot counter goes through the different ballots that the judges have provided him. He has a separate sheet where he marks the contestants according to the ballots that the judges have provided him, and then finally he provides a sheet to me, and I cross-check it once again and pass on the winners list to the contest chair. But before doing that, I would also check if there are any time disqualifications. So once a contest is done, the timers also send their timing reports to the chief judge, and that is when we check if there are any time disqualifications, and then the winner list is passed on to the contest chair for announcement at the end of the contest. After the contest, what we do is we send the notification of winners. So our club had the humorous and evaluation contest. So we sent the notification of winners to the chief judge of the next contest, or contest chair of the next contest. As the speech contest rule book has clear guidelines on what needs to be done by the chief judge after the contest. So the notification of winners is communicated onward for the further area contest that is happening. So this was all about how I went through the experience. One major challenge that I faced, I would say, is that many of the times we found it difficult to arrange contest officials. Even the other roles, the sergeant at arms and a lot of other roles, we had to search a bit. I think that is one problem that most of the people face when there is a contest, that people find it difficult to find contest officials. But if we really understand the amount of growth that we get, amount of learning that we get as contest officials, as role players, I think there would be more takers. So we need more awareness for that. But on the whole, it was a great experience for me. And once again, I thank you so much for providing me with this opportunity. I thank the club, and I should specially mention the contribution of DTM Prabhu and DTM Pramod, the president of the club, for helping me with the contest preparations. Thank you so much. And over to you, Toastmaster Vinder.
Thank you, DTM Lakshmi. That was excellent. This club contest, our first contest, has actually helped us move ahead and taken us leaps ahead in our personal struggles with speaking. So thank you for that. And before before proceeding further, I wanted to invite our guests, DTM Cynthia, guest Noor, anybody of you want to give us any more feedback? I'm sorry the meeting has gone a bit longer, but your feedback is valuable. I would, in that case, let me just invite guest Shilpa. Are you there? Anybody else wants to give us a feedback? Well, in that case, I'll stop the recording. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Please do keep visiting us. We meet every Saturday/Sunday. You will find more details in the description in our WhatsApp channels as well as on our social media. I will stop the recording here. And